Today's AskReddit post. What is a useless talent you have? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. I am genetically unable to get brain freeze. I can chug an entire slushie without consequence. I'm jealous of this one. Removed. Instructions unclear. I feel kinda wee. Get some napalm in this person's stat. I can fold a fitted sheet so well that it looks indiscernible from a folded flat sheet. Which? Burn her. She turned me into a newt. A newt. I can do a ton of voices. You'd think it would be useful. But I've been trying to get into voice acting for 20 years. Edit. Thank you everyone. I should reiterate. I gave up trying in my 20s. I try every now and then. But I haven't really put the work in as I should. I don't have a quality mic or a portfolio, but you guys have really inspired me. I'm much more interested in voice acting for gaming. I can do cartoonish voices, but I do best in something more dramatic. From what I heard, it is very hard to get into voice acting. Rob Paulson, a well-known voice actor, has been doing voices since I was a kid. I still hear him and stuff today and I am 35. With that kind of longevity and never having to appear on film TV, there's no real need to retire. Still, I hope you get there someday. I have to imagine it is a great gig. Mark Hamill is another that's a bit like that. People don't even realize Mark Hamill is the voice of Fire Lord Ozai and the Joker. I can count the letters in any sentence while the sentence is being spoken and still pay attention to what the person is saying. I've done this since I was around 10. It's compulsive. I can't quit doing it. Edit. I keep a list of 10-letter words in my mind. That is what the whole counting thing is about. Finding 10-letter words. I count the letters of everything I read. For me it's because I need them to be an even number. But the marks needs to be even, not the glyphs. Like, I counts as 2. OMG, I've done almost the exact same thing for many years but only while talking. Typing, texting, reading, and writing are not affected. All my sentences have to have an even number of letters. If a sentence is odd then I get that annoying itchy brain and resort to accepting the nearest J or I as a dual entity. Edit. Clarification. I'm no expert, but a lot of this sounds like it could be a kind of OCD. I have OCD, and while I've never felt a compulsion for this, I definitely know what you mean by itchy brain. Apostrophe. This is definitely OCD. No question. Source. My compulsions are very similar. I'm weirdly good at recognizing fonts. In college my graphic design prof had us watch a documentary on Helvetica and now I see it everywhere. I once entered a talent competition playing the recorder using my nose. The judges were confused and decided I wasn't worthy of first place. Edit. What the duck is a doot doot award. Those judges had no vision. Please tell me there is a video of this talent. I can put my legs behind my head. I've yet to be kidnapped but hope it may be useful then. Blink twice if you're being held hostage. Comma. Up. That's winking. They're good. Carry on. How many of us just realized we have no talent? Much less a useless one? That's your talent. Worst X-Man ever. I'm really good at catching things that are falling because I clumsily knock them over. I'm like an oaf in the front half of a second, and a ninja on the back half. I have roughly the same number of spills as the average person, but with extra steps. I've done it with multiple falling objects. Behind my back. With my feet. Things usually don't hit the ground around me. Same here. I've got awful motor skills, but the reflexes of a fighter pilot. I can move my ears independent from my face and vibrate my eyes. No idea why. Hey, so can I? You can vibrate our eyes. Our eye shookers. I can laugh genuinely with a completely straight face. It creeps people out. We found the girl from Get Out. I can duck up pretty much anything. Me too. Edit. Spelling. Fuck up gang. Being able to pick things up with my toes when I'm too lazy to bend down. Me too. I can turn round doorknobs with my toes too. Me too. How else would you open the bathroom door to let steam out while you're soaking in a hot bath? I feel like I'm privileged right now for not being able to reach the bathroom door from the shower. Me. That's impossio. I'm such a snob. I can't hit just about anything within 60 feet or so with a rock. I grew up on a farm and spent countless hours on our gravel road picking up rocks and firing away at stuff. Mostly fence posts. There are some guys doing something like that and making good money, but with a basketball instead of a rock though. Haha, true. I ain't that good though. I can tell by the sounds of many different songbirds when there is a bird of prey flying overhead. I got very confused at a local supermarket with the amount of different bird calls. Then I found out it was a recording of different birds to discourage pigeons from roosting there. I've heard that before but under different circumstances. One of the ports I pulled into in Europe had the sounds of a dying seagull playing on repeat to prevent seagulls from nesting. Didn't work though. Just attracted the meanest bunch of sadist seagulls instead, I bet. I can hula hoop forever. I didn't think it was a talent until I realized no one can do it that I know. This is useless because I don't even do it anymore. I was blown away when I went to a bar that had hula hoops and people could not hula hoop. I thought it was just something everyone could do indefinitely. You probably have an uncommon ability called fitness. I think hula hoop is only physically challenging, not technically so. I wouldn't really call it an uncommon ability, but it definitely requires more coordination than I realized. And it's a different kind of coordination too. Whole body versus arms hands like for ping pong or the violin or keyboarding. I can balance almost anything on the palm of my open hand. Rake, golf club, shovel, open ladder, work and alcoholism. How do you balance alcoholism? Only drink with people around. That way it only seems like you're a social drinker. I can say wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man really fast over and over. Edit. After reading the comments I can do the same with she sells seashells by the seashore and Irish wristwatch. How? I just end up saying wacky waving inflat jabberdays kaishis bjsj ajablinks. Jeez. I hope I didn't insult someone in another language. Edit. Thanks so much kind stranger for the award. You didn't insult me but my furniture is floating. Can you reverse the spell please? Znlbaj hjshbsisi hukshai and abaj jalfni nivoikor. I wrote it backwards. Mayo have an update. I can think of a song to fit any situation or at least change the lyrics of one to fit. I do it automatically without even thinking. It only takes me a second and is completely pointless. Oh my god, me too. Even if I just hear a word I immediately know a song with that word in it. I have the opposite of this skill. I can't understand song lyrics very well, except when concentrating really hard. And when I do that I usually forget them right after. I'm honestly not sure I could sing an entire song from memory except nursery rhymes. Same. But I'm actually, I think, better than average at recognizing songs. And I don't know the words, but I know the tune. And I can hear it in my head. I just can't remember the lyrics. I can pull apart 2 pieces of flat Lego without using my teeth. This is a very useful talent. I can throw cards. Throwing cards is fun as shit, but it's useless. Hard enough to break the skin, right? It's not useless. The number of friends I have that flinch when I'm near a deck of cards is far too many, because they didn't believe I could throw a card 40-60 feet, so they walked between me and the wall and got cut. I can take a nap for a specified amount of time, like say 22 minutes. I also know right before a timer is about to go off. My dad does the same thing. He calls it a 22-minute reset when he's about to take a nap. He sets up an alarm. The first 2 minutes are for him to fall asleep, and the rest is for when he's sleeping. He always wakes up just seconds before his alarm goes off. 2 minutes? If I set an alarm for 22 minutes, I'd lay there and listen to my heartbeat in my ears for 19 minutes. I always hear that. Everyone seems to have trouble falling asleep. When I lay my head down and close my eyes, it's like a light switch. I'm out immediately. My wife hates it. What's that like? I lay trying to sleep for no less than 30 minutes. Sometimes 2-3 hours before I can sleep. I have a hyper-realistic impression of a dog bark. My friends will think there is an actual dog around and get disappointed when they realize that it was me. I can do that, but like a cat crying LOL. I can do that too. But I only can do it after sex. So never. That's quite a bit of damage. I can throw up on command. Gross and not nearly as useful as crying. You can get out of so many things with vomiting. Don't want to be at work? Vomit. Someone pisses you off? Vomit on them. Someone tries to attack you? Vomit on them. See someone parked in 2 spots? Vomit on their car. As someone that can fake cry, vomiting would be a lot more useful in my daily life. LOL, and forever be known as that crazy vomit chick XD. I'm not a poison type Pokemon. You know, I love that reply. Honestly, a poison type Pokemon would be pretty sick, haha. If I could melt someone's face off, I'd take it. I can write without looking. Theoretically, I could write an essay blindfolded. I can do it for a few paragraphs before it all goes to shit and I end up writing over words. It's great for note taking in college and uni, especially if I am writing on a computer. I can just go forever without looking down and type pretty fast. I'd like to credit RuneScape for that one. I can eat fast, like real fast. Be the next Matt Stoney, perhaps. Grinning face with clenched teeth. I can crawl on all fours extremely fast. I found this out as a teenager in Taekwondo. We did a lot of weird exercises in our workouts. Crawling was one, and I got tagged into crawl to one side of the gym and back and went fast AF. I burned everyone. I crawl like a rock skipping across a pond. I even surprised myself and remember some people laughing at the time. It definitely must look strange, LOL. I did it at home a few times to show people, but it gives rug burn very easy. Seeing someone crawl fast down a dark hallway is one of the scariest things I've ever witnessed. I have none. But my husband. Name almost any dead celebrity and he can tell you where they are buried. Sometimes he can tell you who they are buried next to. Damn, does he have anything to do with their deaths? Maybe he has everything to do with their funerals and burials. I sing Gregorian chant on pitch and accurately, practicing it at least 1 hour per day. But it's a useless skill as there are no chant choirs or need for it in my area. Make it a need in your area. I tend to remember good solutions to extremely insignificant questions. Questions that are never asked because they don't matter to anyone. Do you by chance have an example? I'm super curious. He memorizes source scripts. Or does he? Name a recorded song that I've heard before. And I can sing in tune with it before you pull it up on your music app. I otherwise have no major musical talent. Perfect pitch is a major musical talent. I may have the talent, but lack the manual or vocal dexterity to take advantage of it. A lot of musicians are just normal people with a lot of time sunk into practicing their chosen instrument. Experts of all kinds are just normal people with a ton of time sunk into practice. That's how you become an expert at anything. I can solve a Rubik's Cube in around 9 seconds. Unless I get faster, it's not like I can make money from it or anything, LOL. I can bend my knees backwards so my knee has an about 140 degrees 150 degrees degree angle. Never measured it. Haha, you should post a pic so I can throw up looking at it. I can make my skull vibrate. I think your skeleton is ready to hatch. Not yet. Needs more calcium. I can do a very good death growl. Don't think it will ever be of use as I don't have a band and I would be embarrassed to do it. Apocalypse. Lost in the woods. Strangers approaching. Death growl. I can tell you which chip flavor goes best with different sandwiches. Edit. This spiraled out of control. So when moving to our sandwich oracle, Bring your sandwich plus chip questions there. Sour cream and onion, turkey and Swiss. You fool. They were obviously asking what would go well with a sour cream and onion sandwich. To which the answer is turkey and Swiss flavored chips. I'm average. Oh snap. Me too. Jerk off with my left hand. I'm right-handed but I jerk off with my left hand. Sounds like you're ambidextrous. I can disappoint anyone. This comment has already disappointed me. I can switch accents that are actually convincing mid-convo. I never forget a face. If I've seen it once I'll remember it if I ever see it again. Pictures are a little harder because it's a frozen moment in time and they may never look the same way. A case in point. When I was 12 my dad introduced me to a guy and we chatted for a few moments. Almost 30 years later my dad and I were out and I said, "Dad, is that so and so?" And sure enough, it was, and my dad was able to reconnect with someone he hadn't seen in 20 years. Always put the USB in the right way on the first try. Which? Throw them in the lake. If they float which? I'm not 100% accurate but I can look at people and tell where they're from without hearing them speak a single word. I'm American and can do this with Americans as well as non-Americans. Example. Last summer I had a group of 5 and I identified 2 Belgians, a French and a German. One was so unbelievably impressed that he offered me $50 if I could precisely identify the 5th person, a woman, in the group. I looked at her, guessed French Algiers, and won the most unlikely $50 of my life. I'm a small legend in my line of work and the tourists are dumbfounded every ducking time. I'm Irish. I know a ton of people who can identify an actor as Irish as soon as they appear on screen before they speak. It's cause we have very Sammy features. Small gene pool. No shit, I can bend my thumb far enough behind the hand that I can touch my knuckles with it. Boom. Drop the mic. I have a similar talent. I can bend my pinky finger back far enough to touch the back of my wrist. I can move my ears up and down. Freaks the hell out of people who see it for the first time. If you're wondering, I went to a school where twisting your ears was an appropriate form of punishment. One teacher twisted my left ear a little too hard one day and soon enough I could move it. Same thing happened to my other ear a year later. Damn. Your ears were like, evolve. Now the teacher probably pulled and stretched the muscle, which was sore for a few hours and made Up's brain be like, holy shit, a muscle I can contract and expand. And then he could move them. I can win literally any argument, so long as I am having it alone in the shower. Wait, so I'm the only one losing arguments with myself? Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.